practical gifting ideas. Some of these things I own, some of them are on my wish list. Let's get started. If you've been here before, you know this already, but I am a coffee lover through and through. I try not to have my coffee first thing in the morning because, you know, hydration and all that, but I do like to have it within an hour of waking up. This espresso machine, I have one already from Smeg, and I love the machine, but if I'm in a rush and I want something quick and I'm not trying to make a whole espresso latte, I want to make it before I get to work, or even on the weekend. Sometimes I just don't feel like making a whole latte. I have this one from Nespresso. It's very affordable. I like how the coffee already comes creamy, so if you're in a rush, like, don't have a lot of time, but you want that good creamy coffee, even if you drink it black with sugar, with milk, however, it just comes naturally creamy from the machine. And it has both options. You can do espresso, so I think if you click twice, it does espresso, so it's just very concentrated coffee. And if you hit it once, it comes as coffee, but again, very creamy and very aesthetically pleasing and for such an affordable price. I also got the pot, and they have different types and flavors, but I usually like the Melasso. That's the one that is not too strong, it's not too weak, it doesn't have any flavor to it. It comes like that. Sometimes I add this powdered cream, and sometimes it's just like a little Splenda in, and that's it. Nice and quick. They do have the one that comes with a bigger tank. I don't need it because it's just me in my apartment, but even if I have friends, I think it makes up to 4 cups if I have to refill the water tank. This one comes in different colors. I got the cream one because it matches really well with my already Smeg espresso machine that I have. Because it's nice and compact, I'm able to take it with me on my road trips, and though I still get my coffee because I'm out and about on vacation. But if I'm feeling extra fancy and want that second cup of coffee, I know that I have it at home, away from home, whether you want to gift it to yourself or somebody else that's also a coffee lover and want that luxury experience of a coffee machine and also a coffee espresso. I 100% recommend it. I'm not a competitive person by any means, unless it comes to my exercises and my step goals. And even within that, I'm only competing against myself and trying to beat myself to the steps that I had done the day prior. And to track the steps, I have a smartwatch. I've been into the smartwatches the past 4 or 5 years, and just like my smartphones, I upgrade them every 2 to 3 years as needed. I first have for watches my Fossil Gen 2, and then I upgraded that 2 years later. And I always been into this sleek, minimal, classic versus the very sporty, athleisure looking one. This one I've discovered this year. It's from Garmin. I absolutely love it. It had a lot of features, and it is called the Lily. I'll link it down below as well as with everything else I talk about in this video. They have different bands. You can switch them. They come in non-leather one, but I went for the leather one because, again, I like the minimal, classy style, something that went with all my outfits, and I never take it off. I go to bed with it. It lasts me 3-4 days before I have to charge it again if I'm not playing with it a lot. Compared to the Fossil one, it is extremely lightweight, and most people don't know that it's a smartwatch, and every time they hear it vibrate or see me touching it, they're like, wait, what are you doing? Is that a smartwatch? And I was like, yep. It's half a price of your typical Apple Watch. Not that I'm comparing it to it, because I'm sure they have the differences. This one is what works for me. It's my style. It's just me and a watch. I used to carry my phone in my pocket all the time to track my steps because I stopped wearing my Fossil watch because it was big and bulky, and I just wasn't liking it anymore. I'm trying to not be on my phone as much if I don't have to. With this one, or any smartwatch really, you can just put your phone away and just walk and still track your steps, and also your heart rate and all that. I absolutely love this watch, and I don't see myself going back to any other one anytime soon. Everybody needs a pair of slippers unless you like walking barefoot and or with your cozy socks, which I do that too sometimes. But for the most part, I do like wearing my slippers, and these ones are absolutely amazing. I got them, I want to say, last Black Friday, and they are real leather, and I did get them a little dirty because they are beige and white. I'm very clumsy, but I cleaned it. They still have like a little spot because I think I put some white remover. Anywho, I absolutely love it. They're so comfortable. They do go all the way on the back of your foot, but I don't like that because for me, they're slippers. I just like to slip my feet in it and call it a day and go out and about in the apartment. But I like that they also had a thick plastic sole, so if I need to leave the apartment to take the trash out or walk to my car, I can do that. Try not to do that so I don't get them dirty and then walk inside the apartment. But I like the classic minimal look, and though not so minimal because they have those fussy material that's inside and then it comes out. around the foot, and they're not the most affordable slippers, but I have them for almost a year and I wear them every single day. They have held up so good, and I love how comfy they are, and it's just like a nice, like, understated pair of slippers. I live on my silk pillows. I almost never sleep on anything but silk. The ones that I have are 2-3 years old, so they are coming apart. I got them full price from Elyse, but they do have sales here and there, so I would highly recommend. Talk about how it's good for your skin, your hair. I do like to sleep if I don't have anything on my hair because it just protects your hair more. I have the matching set, and then I have a third one that I purposely use it to travel. So every time I go on a road trip or whatever I go, I bring my silk pillow and my silk bonnet. They're all from Lily Silk. They have different colors and sizes. I swap on my silk pillowcases, and I do need to get me a second set because, again, the one that I have are literally disintegrating out of me. Going into fashion, to mix it up a bit, I believe that shoes can make or break your outfit. A lot of the times when I'm not feeling the outfit, it's usually the shoes. When I change them, it completely changes the energy of the outfit. And since we're getting into the fall winter seasons, it is boot seasons, and I highly recommend the boots from Nisolo. Half of my boots are from them. They're extremely comfortable. I haven't needed to break any of the boots that I have from them. I have in secondhand, and I also have in first hand that I got straight from them. I was also in the 5 Club program, I think it's called, which I have it on pause right now, but it's when you get your shoes discounted twice a year, I want to say. I believe they're based in Peru, but they have a local store here in Nashville. I've been there 1 or twice. I haven't been there lately. Usually I order my shoes online, but it's nice that they do have a store here in Nashville. My favorite pair from there is this pair of boots that I did get secondhand from Pochmark, but the person that had it, I think she wore it maybe twice because they were intact. I love the rich brown color, and every time I wear it, I get tons of compliments. They're very comfortable. I broke my left ankle, and so I can no longer do a stiletto. Not that I like that style anyways, but my heel has to be chunky and not too high, and I walk miles in these boots. And I have 2 pairs, the suede one, and then I went and got the beige one, but the suede ones are the one that I wear the most, and they have the same heel and miles away, and I do not get tired. I get tired, normal tire, but I don't get as much discomfort in my left foot as I do with other type of shoes. I've been eyeing this bag, especially in the burgundy color, for over a year. I was in England last Christmas and I tried to look for it and I couldn't find it. I even looked at the airport to see if it had a store, and I believe they did, but my flight was leaving soon and I just didn't want to take the risk to go into the store and then miss my flight. I saw one on Pochmark and I'm tempted to get it because it is a really good price, but I'm always afraid that you can scam because prices that are above, I want to say 500 or 1000 is when Pochmark and websites like that get authenticated for you. But when it's things like this, it's within 80, 100 bucks, they're not gonna do that. They come in different sizes. I believe they have small, medium, large, and extra large, and the one I'm looking at is between the medium and the large. I don't want it to be too large because I want it to be an everyday thing. I feel like the large is more like a weekender where you can take it to trips. If I can fit my 14-inch computer in the medium one, I think I want to go for the medium one. I might have to go to my local Nordstrom and see if they have it there, even if it's not the same color, and try it on. I think something like this makes a perfect gift for almost anybody, whether you're in college and wants to carry it to school with your books and things, and or you are a mom and want to bring your baby and your personal things, and or a regular person like me and wants just a medium size, a nice compact but not too big, not too small, everyday bag with a pop of color. They do have all the colors. I'm just fixated on this one because I don't have anything in that color and I really like it. I think it's a pop of color for me in my wardrobe, even though it's still within the neutral tones. This next one is also one that I think is perfect for almost anybody. If you wear any kind of jewelry, Miduri is the place for you. They're not sponsoring this video, obviously. I wish they were, but most of my pieces are from Miduri. I like to stack them for the most part. My necklaces, my rings, even my bracelets, I like to stack them. I am taking my time to build my collection because I like to keep my pieces on me. I bathe with them, I sleep with them, and for them not to tarnish, they have to be real gold, and so I like to get them in 14 or 18 karat gold. Mostly yellow. I do have some white gold, but most of my pieces are yellow because it is the tone that looks better on my skin complexion. I do get most of my pieces during the Black Friday sale. I believe they had 2 sales a year, and the biggest one is during the Black Friday, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, it's 20%. I want to say 25, but I think it's 20% off, which is a big deal. That's how I've been getting my pieces, because jewelry is not the most affordable thing, especially if you're getting the real deal. But for me, it's worth it. I love all of my pieces that I have from them and from anywhere else, and I like to get them high quality so they can be in my jewelry box for as long as I wanted to have them.
The Dyson Supersonic hairdryer now comes with a flyaway attachment.
I'm all about health and wellness, and my hair is part of that. I have kinky curly hair naturally, and with that, for the most part, if you have that texture hair, it comes with dryness. My hair is very dry. I put lots of oil before I started filming this video, and it probably looks like I didn't do any of it. But I like to grow my hair. I feel like it grows so slow, and for it to grow nice and healthy, I have to limit the amount of heat that I put in it. At least it's recommended. And so when I do, I like to use tools that are high quality and that are gonna not damage it as much. I got this blow dryer, I want to say 2-3 years ago, and I have felt the difference. Obviously you don't see it from one day to the next, but I think it's a combination of using this blow dryer that is designed with high tech to not damage your hair as much from the heat, because I want to get my tools that are not typically the best to use when you're trying to grow your hair healthy, but it is the best that you can get to not damage it. After I got this blow dryer, I kept my same hair routine, and I wasn't having to trim my hair so much after I used this, and I've used it for a whole year that I was in Texas. I wore my hair curly maybe twice a whole year, so I was blow drying my hair once a week with this blow dryer, and my hair was the healthiest it has ever been. So highly recommend. I like that it's compact. I take it with me everywhere I go, though I'm not here to tell you how to spend your money, because I'm just a random girl on the internet. But I don't care to spend tons of thousands of dollars on luxury items, especially when it goes above the 5K, unless you can make that in like an hour. But I digress. I do still enjoy luxury items, especially those little things that I know I'm gonna have and use for years to come. Things are practical, like a wallet. I will 100% commit to spending a little extra penny on a wallet if I know it's gonna last me for years to come. I don't upgrade my wallet every year. I wore the same wallet for years before I upgraded mine last year. I got this one in Italy 2 years ago, and I do want to sell it to buy a different one, just because when I got it, it represented something for me that is not longer good for me. It's just it doesn't mean the same, and every time I look at the wallet, it's just I think about that time in my life, and I know I'm making it more deeper than what it is, but I'm a very sentimental person, and because that doesn't longer represent something positive in my life, I do want to change it. I do love it. I want to get a similar one, but I want one from Chanel, because I do have a Chanel bag in my collection that I got vintage, and I absolutely love it. It's my favorite. And I want to get a matching one with the CC logo, because it's more minimal, it's more my style. And so I do want to sell this one that I have that is intact conditions. I'll probably put it on Poshmark, and then with that I'll replace it for the little Chanel one. I might get it also secondhand, because I've seen a really good deals and they look really good conditions. So I'm gonna go into a store and see different kinds that they have and which one I like the best before then I order online, so that way I know exactly what I'm getting, because most time when you get secondhand things, you can return them. If you or a loved one have appreciation for little luxury things, they wear their wallets for years to come, I think that makes it a beautiful gift. Everybody likes to listen to something, whether it's music, podcasts, videos. I think a pair of earphones are a perfect gift for somebody who doesn't have a pair already. My earbuds, I had them for 3 or 4 years. It was a Christmas gift that I got from my ex-partner, and we both gifted the same thing because we were together for so long. We knew each other so well and what we wanted and needed, and I still have it and I still wear them. I have 2 kinds. I have the earphones, I think you call it AirPods, and then I also have the, oh my goodness, goodness, I'm blanking on the name, but the one that goes over your head, which is also very great if you're into editing and you have to use your headphones a while for whatever reason. That's why I got those. I got a gift card, so I partially paid for it. I don't wear those as much because I do get migraines. They're a little heavy, and because they hug your ears, block the noise so much, and when I'm wearing them, I'm just like away from everything, which is not great if I'm out and about because I'm very distracted. But I digress. The little ones I wear more so than the big ones, but they're both high quality, really good gift if you or a loved one are in need of either or. You can't go wrong with a book. If you or a loved one have been wanting or needing a book, that's such a meaningful gift, especially if you know that person so well and you know what they're into and you give them something that maybe they're not expecting. I didn't grow up reading. I never was introduced to reading outside of school. I didn't even read much in school because I couldn't afford the books, and library for me is like a foreign concept. But then as an adult, I really been into, especially after college, because even in college, I'm like, I had already so much to read that was given to me that I never, working full time and then going to college, never had time to do anything else that I really wanted aside from the school and then work. But lately, I've been getting into reading. It's something that relaxes me. It makes me transport to a different world, and it's just a feeling that I like to escape this real world sometimes because this world can be cruel. But I have on my wish list this next book, which we have a Secret Santa from one of my jobs, and they asked us to put our wish list, and I put that book in there, so I most likely will get it. But this is my next one. I love Nicholas Sparks. My goal is to read the entire collection from him. He's so far my favorite author. I can't say he's my absolute favorite author of all time because I haven't read a whole ton of books, because again, I just got into reading, but this one is one that sounds very good. A book is always a good idea if you or a loved one like to read and or are getting into it, because it's such an affordable and meaningful thing to do and give to somebody. If you're not a natural physical gifter or receiver, you can always do an experience. You can go wrong with tickets to a concert or a play, a museum, maybe a gift card to a favorite restaurant, and or even a traveling experience, although that requires more work, personal knowing that person and or the itinerary. But that's always a meaningful thing to do to that person if you don't know what to give them or you just don't feel comfortable giving them anything physical. And those are my gift recommendations / wish list. My wish list this year has shrunk tremendously. One, because the older I'm becoming, the less thing I'm wanting. I also have big projects that require a lot of money, and I've been enjoying more experiences again, just spending time with friends and family, and even doing that, it also requires money because everything is money. I do have a few things on my wish list. I have this pair of denims that I don't have that wash, and so I've been eyeing it for a while, and I want to see if they work out for me, so I might order and try it on. I also have the burgundy bag that I mentioned earlier, and then a couple pieces from my jewelry, and I think that's it, which is surprisingly shocking for me, especially because I have these things for like a very long time and I still want them, so that reassures me that I do want to try them, and I can always send it back if I'm not sure, if they don't work out for me. But let me know down below what's on your wish list, and I hope to see you in the next one very soon. Oh, don't forget to like if you like this video and subscribe. Okay, bye.